Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how I mark my princess dart pattern. So I'm starting out with the shoulder measurement. Then after marking the shoulder measurement, I'll put my tape down to get the measurement lines I'll be needing for this pattern. So I'm marking the bust line, the under bust line, the waistline, and the blouse hip line. Then I move my tape forward to mark out the nipple point line, the under bust line, the waistline, and the full length of the blouse. So I'm going to use my ruler to connect these dots and extend the lines we just made for our measurement. So make sure you like and subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos. You can as well suggest some videos you would want me to make. I also want to read your comments. If you have any questions, you can also drop it on the comment section. You can share my videos with your friends as well. So the next thing we are going to be doing is to insert the shoulder measurement at the bust line. Then you use your ruler and extend it to the one you marked on the shoulder line. Then the next thing we are going to be doing is to insert the nipple distance measurement. In this case it's 8 inches divided by 2/4, and we're adding ½ inch for seam allowance. So we're marking 4.5 inches on each of these measurement lines we just made. So after that, we're going to be marking our dart on the waistline. We are taking out 1 inch on both sides of the dart line. So 1 inch on one side and 1 inch on the other side. That's on the waistline. You repeat the same on the under bust line. Then using your ruler, you connect these dots you just made to mark out your dart line. After connecting this dart, then the next thing to do is to place your tape measure on your bust line. You mark 3 inches above the bust line. Then you connect the nipple point to the mark you just made at the armhole. Then you place your tape on that dot. Then you mark ½ inch across it, and that is going to serve as a dart at the shoulder, at the armpit line. You mark a slight dart there. Then from the lower part of that dart you made, you place your tape at the tip and extend it to by 1 inch. Extend that dart by 1 inch. Then the next thing to do now is to insert your bust measurement. Now the original bust measurement is 9, but we're going to be adding 1 inch for the bustier effect and 1 inch as a seam allowance for joining the seam later on after cutting. So we're marking it there. Then you curve out your armhole line. So the next thing to do now is to mark your under bust measurement. As you can see, the remaining part of the line there is 3.5. Then I'm moving that 3.5 to the other leg of the dart to mark the complete measurement of the under bust measurement. Then I'm adding 1 inch as a seam allowance. Then we are going to go over it again. We have 3.5 inch remaining here. Then we are moving that 3.5 inch to the other leg of the dart. Then we mark out the full measurement, then add 1 inch for seam allowance. Then we're going to be repeating the same thing for measuring the hip of the blouse. So we're repeating the same thing. You measure what you have here, then you turn your tape around, put it at the other leg of the dart, and then you dot your measurement, then add 1 inch for seam allowance. I usually do it this way because it helps me for easy calculation. So the next thing to do now is to connect your side seam. You can always devise a way to make it easier for you, but as for me, this is the way I like doing mine. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is to add ½ inch to the shoulder seam for joining the sleeve. Then we're adding 1½ inch seam allowance to all the measurement lines we just made as a seam allowance. You can add as much allowance as you desire, but I'm adding 1½ for mine. Then at the bottom part of the bodice, I'm dotting out 5½. This is to help me know where the curve of my blouse will start from. So this is how I curve the bottom part of my blouse. I can give it any shape I want. You can leave yours straight, but this is how I like making mine. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to trace the seam allowance at the outer seam of these bodies. Then the next thing you'll be doing is to connect these nipple dots you made and then trace up to the shoulder allowance. You can use your curve ruler for this, but I like using my tracing method. Then I'm adding the neckline measurement. You can go in and length any amount you wish, but this is basically style. So then I'm adding ½ inch to the lower part of the bodice for seam allowance. So guys, you'll notice that I don't usually slant the shoulder part of my bodice while drafting my pattern, because I like doing that while sewing. I'll leave a demo on how to do that before the end of this video. So make sure you watch till the end, like and subscribe, and share my videos with your friends. So now, after marking out your seam allowances, the next thing you have to do is cut out your pattern.